Welcome back to Pops and Pilots. Let's play some more Hearts of Iron 4. We're playing as Nationalist Aragon. Not Nationalist, what? Anarchist Aragon, or the Regional Defense Council of Aragon, whose name is so long that it doesn't fit into this screen, which is fine by me. We beat our weird, rebellious other Spanish people. Got them all down to line. Cut them down to line. Yeah, that's how you say that. Man, words. Anyway. And we're now rebuilding our country to then, we're gonna have to check out these neighbors of ours here. They're kinda in the way. They have stuff I want. They have a lot of tungsten. I want tungsten. Also, they have factories. I really want factories. We're slowly rebuilding our factory base, but we don't have much. Especially military-wise, we're just in a horrible spot there. We have new infantry equipment to research. And we actually have stability? What the heck? I mean, that's going to be gone soon, but how did I end up having stability? Odd. Oh, I'm not at war right now. That probably gave me some stability. Lost the effect of a focus we did earlier. In the middle of the Civil War. Please stay on your line of the Pyrenees here, France. German claims Memel. Alright. Things are gonna go. Bit boom here. Well, the thing is, the Polish have no friends. So, yeah. I don't think there's gonna be any defense against these fascists. We really need the French and the Germans to go at it. You're building military factories. Wait. Oh, that's Czechoslovakia. I was about to say, that's not a German focus. Join the Czechoslovakian Planning Commission. Yeah, no. This is... Everybody in the Central Europe is fascist. And that's no fun. At least not if you're not fascist. It's probably fun for the fascists, I guess. Slowly accruing equipment, nice. I think we've deployed all our units that we meant to deploy, and we have 23 guys in this army, which is always good. Let's build one more, just so it's 24. Make it an even 24. Once we have that equipment. Communal military strategies gives us removed the disbanded army spirit, which was a very negative for combat, and gave us a bunch of land electron bonus research, and a council of theorists, which we can buy as an advisor, which gives us a whole bunch of researchy things and army experience. Not a lot in anything, but overall a lot. I think it's time to go for Portuguese anarchism here. So what's going to happen is that they get the event Portuguese Anarchism, which I think gives them a rebellion, anarchist rebellion, and then we can turn, which I think we get to join on the war of those guys. I think that's how that works. Somehow. I feel like that's how that works. We definitely get to go and eat Portugal, and once we have all of Portugal, then we can do this one here. We core it, and we become the Regional Defense Council of Iberia, no longer just of Aragon, because we have all of Iberia. Now, still, I'm not 100% sure how this one works again. We get that anarchist uprising on their side, but then I'm just going to do it, right? Just going to do it and see. I've done this before in my test run, and I got into a war against Portugal. I just don't remember how it worked. How I did get to join on the anarchist side. They have a... No. I don't think I fabricated on them. I don't think I even can fabricate on people yet. No. No, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe I'm just screwing our whole run by starting this too early. That's more troops on my borders. France. France, please don't. Don't do it. Focus on the Germans. They're evil. Swaraj movement. That's India. Not really my biggest focus at the moment. I have only half of control of Gibraltar. I don't know if my ships can still pass once I'm at war. I feel like they should be able to, but I'm not quite sure how the rules work here. So I'm going to rebase the main fleet to Sevilla over here, so we can fight around Lisbon. keeping my subs in the med, but they can just move through the strait even when it's closed. So that shouldn't be a big issue. Construction 3, excellent. Could do more radar, but we don't actually care too much. Gun, oops, no. But there should be artillery to build, yeah, or to research. There is. Modify government, nice. So we could grab that council there, the council of theorists, right? For all those tiny bonuses. I'm not sure that's what we need right now. These down here are all combat people, which can be very useful, but I really want to do more rebuilding at the moment. These help with research and make tanks better, fighters better and stuff like that. Support equipment research, motorized research, none of that really matters. I think I'm interested in the... No, these are also all research speed. I'm looking for... I guess you, the captain of industry. Is it civilian factories or do I use the war industrialist? Which we don't need at this precise moment, but which we want once we switch over to building those other factories. Any geniuses? That's a genius. Okay. We only need that at war, but it's a very, very good guy. Okay. I'm gonna pick the captain of war industrialist, the captain of industry. Yeah. No, we're gonna have to start focusing on war soon, I feel. Let's grab the military factory guy, even though he doesn't do anything right this moment. It's gonna do something soon. Then once we're at war, I'm gonna pick that genius. If we have 150 PP. And we probably don't need it against Portugal anyway, but having it would be nice, obviously. Free civilian factories. Finished building our civacs. So now, since we have this stuff going on here, the infrastructure, I'm just going to start spamming out a whole bunch of military factories. And they do build a lot faster than civilian factories, so we should be able to go up on that relatively quickly. More concentrated industry. That's more factory output, more space for factories. Very nice. And then I think we go back to doctrine research. Now, do we want to go dispersed or integrated support? Integrated gives us bonus soft attack on support companies. And again, organizational soft attack on support companies, which is okay. But since I do actually want to run line artillery, this is probably better. Dispersed support, and I'm not gonna spend the thing. Because we don't have tons. And I still want that army experience to be able to put artillery into my units. So anarchism is done. Let's see what the Portuguese do with it. And I'm gonna start doing... Still can't do freedom of thought. So I guess we keep going down this way. Torchbearers of tomorrow. Oh, 5% research speed. No, I can't. I need collective recovery efforts, for which I need maintaining the fire. Fine. Let's maintain that fire. Portuguese anarchism. We eagerly support their course. Ah yeah, there we go. We join and they become our puppet. Maximalist Portugal. So now, really we don't need this. Put all of you on there. And we can have this front go. No, we can't. That's fine. I'm just going to push it from the side and assume that the anarchists can somewhat defend their front. And I'm just going to hit play here. Yeah, look at that. Oh, that green. Excellent. I'm going to grab my planes and put them over, I guess, northwestern Iberia. Because there the enemy has superiority right now. We don't want that. Stop it. I don't think I'm going to put my navy out or anything like that. Because this looks like it's going to be, you know. Portugal is called Angola our enemy, which, I mean, technically could threaten us down here. I assume they're only a secondary participant. I wonder if I could use this to take Angola. Integrated puppet of Portugal. I don't know what happens to Angola if I don't take control of the land. Out of interest, do I have naval range down there? I do. I could plan a quick naval evasion from here to there and punch him. But it feels to me as if this war isn't going to take that long. We're just going to rush this. If we get bogged down, which I don't see happening, but if we do, I might look for the Angola thing. But I think we're just pushing down Portugal here. And Angola is probably going to end up being free afterwards. It feels like. Probably missing out on some like oil or rubber or whatever is down there. Let me just have a quick look. A rubber. Yeah, that's fine. I can live with not having that land. Advanced machine tools are done. Excellent. This is still not necessary. Nor is this. It is 39. We can research the next level of our companies here. Or we could start getting stuff like field hospitals, which I really want to have. Can't really build them yet. But I want them. Let's do it. We're gonna need them. Mozambique. Do you have any resources? You're Mozambique, right? Yes. Look at my knowledge of geography. Yeah, none resources. Okay, it's fine. Sure, there's some manpower in there, but it wouldn't be our core land, so we wouldn't get any of the manpower, really. Oh god, look at all that tungsten. So much tungsten. Normally when you play Hearts of Iron, what you do is to get tungsten is just keep trading with Portugal and buying it all from them. Everybody does, because they have so much. And I mean, if you are playing Portugal, then you're constantly sitting there and wondering what to do with all your tungsten and wish it was steel or something useful instead. But we're gonna have a lot of tungsten very soon, and that's gonna be nice. Because what's gonna happen here, the anarchist commune of Portugal took all this, and yeah, we're just gonna have to bring those guys under our protection, because how would they survive without us? Yoink. Good. Good. Get a border against France. Plan to take, you know, Paris. Whatever. Get there. Not that I feel like declaring war on France right now. I do not. What did this do for our factories? Should have given us some factories. Apparently not a bunch of military factories, unfortunately. But we do have 3 going on artillery now, which is nice. And then later on we can put more on infantry again. Seems okay. Everybody get to France. Learn what infantry equipment is, or better one. Good. And still 39. I think I am upgrading these things. We're gonna have to replace our infantry equipment here. We're still producing level 1. And because this was one of the large technologies, you know, one of these infantry equipment here, unlike these small ones are just buffs. These ones are things you have to build. So if we want to have better guns on our people, we actually have to build them. And to do that, I will find the right screen. There it goes. And I'll swap over to building the Labora Font Bernard M38. Sure. And now it suddenly says we need 24,000 equipment to replace the old guns on our people. It's not that these are out of guns yet, but they still have the old ones and we'll fight with those. And if we can get the new ones to them, they will fight better. Oh, we actually got the units from the Portuguese anarchists, which are probably horrendous. I'm just going to disband them. I don't need these guys. They're super green. Just going to take their manpower and their equipment, and that's going to be fine. We could use them to try to defend like our colonies, maybe. Yeah, okay, fine. I convinced myself. I'm gonna call these the Coast Guard. And I'm gonna want Coast Guard pretty much everywhere in the coast. But for now, I'm just gonna tell them to area defend this place. And just guard the naval bases and victory points. And get there. So these are not really meant for fighting. They're just there to deter very small naval invasion attacks. Maybe give me some time to get some real troops to stop the enemy or something. What do we get in Navy from these Portuguese? 3 submarines, which can get into my raiding force. And why do you... See, this annoys me. I want you to be submarines. Oh, that's the whole army, which also makes sense. But I'm looking to have you have a submarine symbol. How do I do that? Like that, and then... there you go. Same for you. I really wish this would auto-update to the type of boat there is, unless I set one myself. Oh god, that's so many French. I am very scared. And these are thick divisions too. If they do declare here, then yeah. Did I put... Kind of feel like I put one of the small units into my actual force here. One of these is not like the others. Wait, but you're actually a unit. This is a 7 and 2 unit. This is the exact template I want. Right? Bit of an odd, with all those British guns in there, bit of an odd layout here, but this is 7 infantry and 2 artillery and artillery support, engineer support. The reason I really like this is, well, multiple reasons. One of the reasons I really like this is that I can now use this template. And I don't have to spend the experience to make the other guys into my template. You can actually pick up another thing. Movement bonus on land. I think that's good. Interaction speed is good also, but I think I'm gonna grab this one. So you. First of all, I'm gonna give you a new army. I'm gonna train a bit because you're green. Then I'm gonna grab you. Tell you to deploy and get into her army. And then I'm gonna have a look at my templates. I'm gonna delete a whole bunch of garbage templates, like this one, because it's just too much in the way. Cavalry, no. This is actually not the worst, but no. This pawn here, no. So these are partially left over from the Civil War and partially taken from the people we annexed. This is close, but not quite it. So go away. This is 6 and 2. Close, but not it. Template 4. This is 7 and 2. This is the one I want. And then 6 is 7 and 2 with anti-tank in it, which we don't have. I'm gonna grab you. I'll call you in with artillery. I'm gonna give you like, I don't know, a gun symbol. Put you on high priority. Put you on me priority. What's the current? Just rename. Sure. I'll take you guys and have you be just on normal priority as well. And then you're drilling, that's good. And then what we can do now with the new template is at some point when we have some guns, do this, like that here. We have enough guns to turn these into a slightly better template and have them be better. Now you might see them lose experience here. That's because whenever a unit is reinforced with equipment, it loses experience. Sort of new guns, you need to learn how to use them. New people, you have to train them and all that. So changing templates actually costs experience. But that's, I mean, not only the experience, but it actually costs the units their own experience. But that's gonna be okay, because we're gonna have better units and they're gonna learn. Build the better artillery that we researched. Cool. This, by the way, that costs us some of our efficiency, but it doesn't cost all if you switch within the same type of equipment. If you actually change the type of equipment to something else, so if we were to produce tanks instead, it would have started with 0 efficiency. This guy is trained enough. I'm going to stop the training. Training costs equipment, so we don't really want that to happen. Done you. We can now do Regional Defense Council of Iberia. Become that and integrate all those Portuguese places into our country, which is going to be awesome. This is super scary. They're not fabricating on us yet. What is global integration? Just more resources. I mean, they're doing the whole... But this is a scary tree. This includes no attack focuses, but it's super high on investment, infrastructure, factories, resources, all that. You gain tons of stuff out of this. If France has time to complete this tree, then woof. That's one scary France. If they don't get into a fight with the Germans soon, I'm afraid. I'm very afraid. Let's go up on some more infantry equipment here. And these boats, I wanted to take you and join you into my main navy. At some point we're going to want destroyers to protect our transports and all that. For now, just having a strike force navy and a sub navy is going to be fine. I know I'm not training any divisions, but we do have tons of guns. We should train some divisions. Didn't realize I had 10,000 infantry equipment. I'm going to start training the new ones. Now, equipment lacking is going to be artillery because we don't have all that much. But hey, it's going to be okay. What's this? Oh, achievements. I almost never play Hearts of Iron on Iron Man, so I never saw that button. Never noticed it. Quit India movement. So Indian, is it Pakistani independence or something? Something along those lines is going on there. Gonna lead into a civil war, of course, as you do. As you do. You, even if you're alone, you can have a commander. We have Eduardo here, who in theory has a thing available, but doesn't actually. And more factories. Let's start building more artillery then. At least a use for all the tungsten we have now. 155 tungsten. We can't even sell it. Oh. Poland declared war on Lithuania. Yeah, let's rebuild that Commonwealth. Although Lithuania of 1939, not quite the Lithuania of EU4. Not quite. Not quite. I can't believe how peaceful this world is. It is November 39. There's one war? What's even happening with Japan? No attacks on the Chinese or anything. Bicycle battalions, I mean, sure, but... I mean, should you be trying to go to war and stuff? Where are those bicycles at? There. Everybody's just building up. Non-aligned. Kodoha faction. At some point things are going to explode. Everybody is going to be on the fascist side, and it's going to be a one-sided war, and we're just on the other side, and that's going to be scary as fudge. As fudge. But, you know. We're going to try our best. If you deploy and get into there once you're done. Did core all that Iberian land. Sweet. Still lacking the 50 factories for the extra research. Does this do again? Oh yeah, factory repair speed and infrastructure. Honestly, don't care too much. This one is nice. Just research speed, recovery rate. And then at some point we're going to get into these military factory points here, which we want. What am I still missing? Oh, I need collective recovery. Fine. Let's do that. I knew that. Of course. You actually do not need to fly. I don't think they actually do fly when you're not at war, but I'm not super sure. I got a flag. Poland 8 Lithuania. Didn't you do a Danzig thing earlier? Did Poland just give you Danzig? Apparently they did. And you're fine with that? You're just, you know, it's fine. Modify government. I still don't see the need to go for that genius right now because we're not at war. And then France is gonna attack. Freaking Fire Nation. Do I just grab you? Let's grab that council. One of the fun things playing at this Iberia is that we don't necessarily need to do anything to our laws. Collectivized society is quite nice actually as a law. Closed economy I'm not gonna necessarily touch. Maybe I should. We can export our tungsten, we don't have all that much else to lose. And then recruitable pop someday, but we don't need it now. We might not ever need it. If we're good. And lucky. January 40 though. 40 means research. And Pisa said in the comments something like, I'm gonna have the world conquered by 1940 or something. But not this world. Not for this start. I mean, I'm sure it's possible. But I am not that guy. I wonder if I should start... Yeah, let's start a single factory building motorized. Just build me a few trucks so at some point I can add motorized support companies. And then eventually I'm going to add a line of fighters maybe. So we can have some air reinforcement. I assume that UK war Norway is just Norway. Yeah. These mini wars. What's going on in the world? Bunch of stuff. I do want the better field hospitals, even though I'm not using any right now. And 1940 means something else too, right here. Better support equipment, better infantry equipment. So what's our plan? We should have a plan. I mean, I do want to punch the French. Poland just keeping on growing there. I don't know that I can punch the French. We don't know too much about them, but they have 107 to 144 factories with 39. They have more military factories than we have factories total. Yeah. Fielded manpower somewhere between 705,000 and 1.2 million. Whereas we have not a lot. Fielded manpower 265. I don't think we can beat the French right now. Not if they're not at war with the Germans or something. Then maybe. Really? They do seem to mean it, don't they? Let's put you on the African front, I guess, with your one guy for now. Maybe I will not need to declare war on the French because they're going to declare war on me. Which has me shaking my boots. Put 1 infantry equipment, we're going to need those guns. And then after that, I want some fighters. Collective recovery efforts into torchbearers of tomorrow. Why do I have a heavy cruiser here? Must be... Oh, they're my reinforcements. Estonia and Latvia has signed a white peace. I'm sometimes a bit confused about how my boats come to be here. But hey. It's better to have them than to need them, I guess. If I have any chance against France, it's because these are all mountains. I could put some energy into building forts here to really defend, but it's really not my thing. I hate the idea of forts. Didn't I tell you to join his army? I mean, forts is so restrictive. I mean, yes, it would be useful to have them once the war starts, but at some point, you know, we're gonna have to push. We're either gonna have pushed past that line or have been pushed past that line, and then the forts will be useless or even good for the enemy, which neither of which I like. I think there's enough of them going there actually. I'm gonna remove. Can I remove this? I figured out how one day. Right click to reset. I am right clicking. You're not resetting. Shift click. No. Shift right click. Control click. You don't give a hoot. Whatever. I can manually take them away from that army. I just wanted them to... You know what? I'm gonna give you... No. It doesn't matter. More factories. At least we're building factories quite quickly now. I still need more infantry equipment. I'm just gonna put more on there. Sudeten crisis. German Reich declared war on Czechoslovakia. No, I don't believe that anybody's defending you. No, the Allies are. Okay. So that's something. Now, I don't believe that the UK is going to beat the Germans. But at least there's something going on there that's not just eating. Wait, the French are in it? How did this happen? Oh, they joined the Allies. I didn't see. Wait, aren't you fascist? But they're in the Allies. It's all good. We have the usual World War thing going on here. Well, kind of. At least France and the UK are fighting the Germans. And the French are actually pushing into Germany here. Norway joined the Axis. Of course he would. So this creates a question, right? Because we could fabricate. No, we can't. Oh no, we need 50% war attention to even be able to fabricate. Okay, we can't currently justify any war goals because we're not communist or fascist. So another mechanic we have not talked about yet. There we go. The word is finally blowing up. The Democrat and non-aligned countries have a strong limit of how much the world has to be burning before they can do a lot of stuff, especially fabricating war goals. And you can't declare war without a war goal. Fascists and communists do not have that rule. We currently have 44% war attention, but with this stuff going on, things will change, and then we can fabricate. Although if the Germans just die here, oh, that's scary. I do hope they recover, and that's me saying that. I'm not a fan of those guys, but I'm afraid of what happens if the French just eat the German land. It's probably just going to be our end. But yeah, a whole bunch of military factories. We're going to need them. Oh, we're going to need them. Please push back, Mr. Germany. I'm really hoping that they just didn't have the people at the front. Netherlands cave to the British. Just a trading policy. Okay. Torch bearers of tomorrow. Bearers. Inevitable counterblow. What does this do? Coming from civil war decisions. This is what we want. To start coring our land. Yes, very much. The rest of this is kinda irrelevant. But the coring is good. That's going to be a good use of our political power. This looks very attackable right now. I really wish I had a way to join this war. Or to declare my own. Couldn't join your faction. I really don't want to be in your faction. Anyway. Now, not being in the faction, in any faction, makes being in the World War a lot more difficult. Because you have nobody to help you. But can often be the right choice. If you can handle it, it can be very, very lucrative. But yeah, you just might not be able to handle it. In which case, yeah, goodbye. Soviet Union declared war on Latvia. Now I don't think that that's gonna trigger anything heavy here. No. But if they get into Polish issues, yeah, things might start going. Yeah, and it's 52% war tension. We could fabricate now. Are we gonna push it to France? I'm tempted. I'm very tempted. Building is a little bit of motorized, tiny bit of birds. Put one more factory on motorized here. We'll need some rubber at some point. And I'm gonna put a cut in here and consider whether I should attack the French. I feel like I should. I feel like we have been spending too much time without war here. And we're just the Iberian Defense Council at the moment. We want to be the World Defense Council. There's stuff to do. Now, declaring on the French obviously means that we're also fighting the British and everybody else in the Allies. Which is mainly the British. Which means we're gonna need coastal defense or get naval invaded to death. So maybe I do set up a real quick thing here of coastal defense. Did we keep a small unit? That is a super small unit. Which might be my Coast Guard. Maybe I start with these guys. Did I have... Oh no, I just put some guys into Coast Guard. Theater, I didn't actually build a Coast Guard unit. Yeah. Are these too small? Maybe a bit. Maybe I want with 4 and an engineer company to dig in so they can just sit on those ports and defend. Seems kinda okay. They're not very powerful, but that's not their job. They just need to be there when enemy marines come in. Let's do this. Call them the Coast Guard. Make them like guardy types of people. Save. I'm gonna train a bunch. Because we have a lot of ghosts. Yeah, maybe. Let's do this. And do it once. For now. Then put a cut in here and consider next time doing the France thing. I'm feeling it. I'm feeling the France thing. I want to do it. Only because they have the hammer of the anvil of Germany on the other side, I guess. And because I do not want Germany to die yet. That would be bad for us. Until then, thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, as always, please hit that like button as much as you can. Well, as long as it ends up green in the thumbs up position, you can hit it as much as you want to. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed yet, because there's more videos to come. And of course, if you have anything to say, it would be lovely to hear from you in that comment section. Thank you guys for watching. See you guys next time.